Hey everyone, it's me, Small Boy Sir. And yeah, I know, I've been a bit of a head case lately, wrestling with that whole feeling hopeless thing. You know, that nothing I do matters vibe? Like you're staring at a wall and it's just wall. But here's the kicker, it's a lie. A big, fat, juicy whopper of a lie. I've been watching the good old USA. It has a new president, go through some, shall we say, interesting changes. And it is like every day. And yeah, a lot of it feels like it's way, way beyond my control. Government stuff, you know? The kind of stuff that makes you want to curl up in a ball and just accept the existential dread. But hold on. Let's not get all doom and gloom just yet. Because as my weeks of YouTube wisdom have taught me, we actually have a ton of choices, like a ridiculous amount. Every single moment, we're choosing how we want to live, how we treat people, how we express ourselves. Do we act on those crazy feelings, or do we just let them float on by like a weird parade? These guys, they get it. They see the same stuff I see, the stuff that makes you want to scream, and they turn that frustration, that anger, into awesome music. It's like, hey, you're not alone. Their lyrics, though, man, they hit hard. They talk about the military-industrial complex, all that money going into weapons instead of, basic human needs like food and shelter. And how to keep that system going. You gotta mess with education, turn libraries into, well, they put it more bluntly, but you get the idea. Make mines into cemeteries. And that song, it gives me a sliver of hope because it tells me there are people out there who actually care, who see the madness and aren't afraid to call it out. Now, I'm a curious guy. I like learning about history, ecology, biology, all that stuff. And lately I've been reading about wars. Ukraine, Gaza. Even with the ceasefire, the aftermath is a mess. And I'm sitting here wondering, what can I even do? It feels like this whole civilization, with its genocides and ethnic cleansing, like what the US did to Native American tribes, is this unstoppable monster. A juggernaut, if you will. And it's heading straight for a cliff, taking everything with it. Maybe it'll leave some plants and deep sea worms, but that's about it. It's like it's got a death wish. Seriously, what do you do against something like that? I've been digging into the history of Native American tribes, how they tried to coexist with settlers and how they got screwed over time and time again. Courts, laws, presidents, the whole shebang, and the Trail of Tears. Brutal. Thousands died. But, there are some stories that give me a tiny bit of hope. Like the Seminole tribe in Florida. They're the only ones who didn't sign a treaty to be relocated. They fought 3 wars against the US, including one that lasted 10 years. Guerrilla warfare, costing the US government a cool $600 million in today's money. They lost 90% of their people, but they held on to a piece of their land. That's some serious grit. Then there's the Sentinelese tribe, living on North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean. They've been there for 60,000 years. Living sustainably, no deforestation, just living in harmony with nature. And anyone who tries to visit, they get a not so friendly welcome. And for good reason. They've been isolated for so long, they have no immunity to our diseases. It's like, stay away, we're good. And the Indian government, bless their hearts, they've made it illegal to visit for everyone's safety. So those guys, the Seminoles, Rage Against the Machine, Black Sabbath, and anyone who's curious, open-minded, and not afraid of empathy, they give me hope. It's weird, right? How some people freak out when you talk about empathy. They just want everything for themselves. And that brings me back to my favorite question. What do you do when there are people in your village who just want to hurt everyone else? Divide, abuse, the whole toxic shebang. Well, I think the answer is awareness, mindfulness, and empathy. Within reason, of course. For those who actually care about you. And remember, we have choices every single moment. Like this video, the words I'm saying, the faces I'm making, the videos I'm creating, it's all a choice. And this video, man, it's been a struggle. I've tried to create this video a few times for the past week, but it's hard to talk about this stuff. It feels like I'm living inside this monster, this juggernaut. I'm part of it, but I don't want to be. But it's everywhere, and I know I'm not alone. I see your comments. You guys get it. But there are also people out there who want the opposite. Greed, power, death. And I don't know how to stop them. All I know is to be aware, honest, and come from a place of love. And to communicate. Silence and ignorance, that's how they win. Like the Radiohead song, when the library turns to rebel, the mind becomes a cemetery. Don't burn the books, just remove them. So in these crazy times, stay centered, be mindful, and choose love over fear. Fear's not all bad though. It keeps you from doing stupid stuff like, messing with rattlesnakes. But don't let it control you. So to everyone watching, no matter your religion, politics, country, favorite color, whatever, be true to yourself, and love your neighbor. We don't have to go along with this juggernaut. Maybe, just maybe, if we all make small loving choices, we can slow it down. Maybe. All right, so where does that leave us, right? We've talked about feeling powerless, about unstoppable juggernauts, about tribes holding on to their land, and about the power of music. And you're probably thinking, small boy, sir, what's the takeaway? What am I supposed to do with all this? Well, here's the thing. It's not about having all the answers, because honestly, I don't. It's about recognizing the questions. It's about acknowledging that feeling of helplessness, but refusing to let it define you. It's about seeing that even in the face of overwhelming odds, there's always a choice. The Seminole tribe chose to fight. The Sentinelese chose isolation. Rage Against the Machine chose music. And you get to choose how you respond to the world around you. You get to choose whether you're going to be a part of the problem or a part of the solution. And that solution is not some grand sweeping gesture. It's the small everyday choices. It's choosing empathy over apathy. It's choosing understanding over ignorance. It's choosing love over fear, even when it's hard. Because let's be real, it's always going to be hard. There will always be juggernauts. There will always be people who want to tear things down. But there will also always be people who are willing to stand up, to speak out, to create. And that's where the hope lies. In those moments of defiance, in those acts of kindness, in those sparks of creativity. It's in the songs that give you goosebumps. The stories that make you think. The connections that remind you you're not alone. And that's what I'm trying to do here with this channel. I'm trying to create a space where we can talk about these things, where we can share our stories, our fears, our hopes. Because even though it might feel like we're living in a world that's spinning out of control, we're not powerless. We have a voice, we have a choice, and we have each other. So what can you learn from this? Learn to question the narrative. Learn to seek out stories of resilience. Learn to embrace empathy. Learn to use your voice. Learn to find your own way to fight back, even if it's just by being a decent human being. And most importantly, learn to never give up on hope. Because hope, even a tiny sliver of it, can be a powerful thing. It can be the spark that ignites a revolution, the whisper that drowns out the noise, the light that guides you through the darkness. And that's what I want to bring to this channel, a little bit of light in a sometimes dark world. I want to share stories that inspire, that challenge, that make you think. I want to create a community of people who are curious, compassionate, and courageous. And I can't do that without you. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you found it thought-provoking, if you felt even a tiny bit of connection, please hit that like button. It helps me reach more people. It helps me keep creating content like this. And if you want to see more stories like this, more deep dives, more honest conversations, subscribe to Small Boy Sir. Join the community. Let's explore these big questions. Together, let's find our own ways to make a difference. Because even though it might feel like we're just a small voice in a vast wilderness, together, we can make a difference. We can be the change we want to see in the world. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, we can even slow down that juggernaut one small choice at a time. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for being a part of this journey. Your support, your comments, your likes, and your subscriptions, they mean the world to me. And remember, stay curious, stay compassionate, and stay hopeful. Because even in the darkest of times, there's always a light to be found. And I hope in some small way, this channel can be that light for you.